As an INFP male, an empath, and highly sensitive person, my life has been filled with relationship struggles, where no matter what, it always seemed that I did most of the caring, most of the loving in their relationship, never really feeling any reciprocation for my affections, until 6 simple words changed my life. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to start finding spiritual solutions to your relationship problems if you're an INFP, empath, or highly sensitive person. Hi, I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium, and I train old souls, empaths, and highly sensitive people, not to mention INFPs, how to find spiritual solutions to life's problems. I do this by helping you master your psychic and healing abilities, learn the language of spirit, so you can find the answers within that you're seeking. If you're new here, welcome. We're glad you found us, yet not at all surprised. Consider subscribing to our channel to join our community of like minds, kindred spirits, INFPs, empaths, old souls, and highly sensitive people. Each week we share new lessons on how to find spiritual solutions to your life's problems. Again, welcome. 6 words showed me that all of my hard work had finally paid off. Those 6 words were Diet Coke, Easy Ice with lemon. I had recently started dating Amy, and we were out for a dinner, and she decided to get me a soda. And she parroted back to me in almost the same exact way I say it when I'm ordering from the counter. She asked me, do you want your soda Diet Coke Easy Ice with lemon? I felt recreated, I felt understood, I felt nurtured and cared for in such a way that I hadn't experienced most of my life. My relationship struggles were not instantly over, but I had finally attracted someone, manifested a date with them, and was materializing a relationship with them who cared enough to pay attention to my needs and desires. It was as though a heavy boulder was released from my shoulders. But how do we, as highly sensitive INFPs and empaths, begin to eliminate our relationship struggles? The answer is simple. The 3 R's: right meditation, right thought, right action. By doing this simple process, you begin to create actionable decisions, which, when acted upon, give you instant feedback as to whether or not it was the right decision. It's called karma, causation, cause and effect. That's the spiritual solution formula. But once you find the person and you start to enter in relationships, something else is required. And here's the something else that is required. A relationship is nothing more than an agreement between parties. Sometimes it's legal, sometimes it's informal. It doesn't really matter. But the problem INFPs, empaths, and highly sensitive people encounter is the fact that most of their agreements are implied, not explicit. So for years, I judged everybody harshly because they never gave me what I wanted. They never took care of me. They never paid attention to what I wanted. And they got all of these demerits in my balance sheet of life where I was keeping score. And every time that they never reciprocated my generosity, my affection, they got a little minus they got a little check mark in the minus column. And over time, I became fed up and overwhelmed. I became irritated. And I started looking for exit strategies for that relationship. Even though I was a saboteur, even though I had never clearly communicated what I felt was important in a relationship. As you begin this process to truly wanting to create and attract a relationship, allowing yourself to eliminate your relationship struggles, the first step is to use the 3 R's process to find out what's important to you. You need to do some armchair quarterbacking on your past relationships. Where did you feel slighted? Where did you feel empowered? Where did you feel mistreated? Once you've done the 3R process and you've learned what's important to you, and you create a list of agreements between you and another person you're going to be in a relationship with. Now, it doesn't matter if this is a romantic relationship, a personal relationship, a work relationship, anyone you are in relationship with, you have a list of boundaries, a list of agreements, and more importantly, you have a predefined exit strategy for if any of your agreements are broken. Now, the exit strategy could be simply renegotiating, and it could be as powerful as I've got to leave this relationship. It's up to you. And this is very important if you're already in a pre-existing relationship that has nothing but implied agreements. Your agreements need to handle stuff like monogamy, your money and your finances. Who's going to do what type of work in the relationship? Well, how are you going to handle it if someone needs to move? How do you handle it with kids, existing or future or grandkids? You really have to think through your life and consciously create agreements that are important to you, which ones are non-negotiable and which ones are negotiable. And once you do that, then the hard work happens of being able to find the courage to be appropriately assertive, to take a stand for agreements. It is that simple. It is not romantic. It is not sexy. But it's more importantly than any of that stuff, it's the path to freedom. It's the path to your own sanity, your own happiness. And what happens is once you clear the space in your mind that the next relationship you go into is going to be unconsciously created, and you start to put your energy towards consciously creating the experience you want, something funny happens. You find someone who steps into that space. When I met Amy, she first noticed me because I had the courage in a public forum, in a business environment, to say that I was a meditation teacher. And allowing myself the freedom to honor that agreement with myself, to tell the truth about who I am as a spiritualist minister, someone who teaches meditation, and a psychic and a medium, I attracted the love of my life. We've been married for 16 years. And the struggles we've had, for the most part, were already handled before we got married by sitting down and honoring each other as human beings, putting our list of explicit agreements together and honoring them. But more importantly, being able to renegotiate and recreate new agreements as needed, as life starts lifing on us. So the training exercise for this is the 3 R's. Meditate twice a day. Journal once a day. One of the pages in your journal needs to be about relationships. Here are my agreements. Here are my boundaries. Here are my rules. Get really clear on them. Then start taking actions based on your rules to either cleaning up your current relationship or start to attract and create new relationships. The choice is yours. Now, the final thing for me to say is this. Relationships are hard, even with the right person. Life is complicated, and there's no way to truly understand and know everything you're going to face as you walk this path towards individual spiritual perfection. That's where we're all going from a spiritual perspective. But by allowing yourself to open the door to spiritual solutions, and those spiritual solutions are accessed through your meditation, by quieting your brain, calming your emotions so you can hear things and see things as they really are, then you find something else happens magically. You start to really like that person you see in the mirror because you're not betraying yourself. You're not selling yourself out. You're not allowing yourself to always be second in your relationships. In the comments below, share with me what you're going to do in your agreements. What's the most important agreement for you to have in your relationships? If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Share with other INFPs, empaths, and highly sensitive people that you found it beneficial. Consider subscribing to our channel. And if you're interested in taking a deeper cut in your spiritual growth and development, join us at Spirit360 Fellowship, our online spiritualist church created for spiritual but not religious people. Go to spirit360.org, click the Get Your Invite button, and we will share with you details on how you can join us at the Spirit360 Fellowship for some live practice and spiritual connection. Until we meet again, start breaking free.